Good morning, Virgo ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions, okay? For your lawyers out there, I certainly appreciate, your attuning to my channel once again, all right? In this reading, what I like to do for you guys for this month is I like to start you off with this Russian gypsy reading. I've already shuffled the cards as illustrated here. I'm going to cover a variety of areas today, not just to limit it to just your romantic situation, but to just highlight those issues that surfaces here in your reading. Actually, Virgo, I've actually made an attempt to do this reading uh, about 30 minutes ago, and about 30 minutes into the reading, my video cut off, so I'm actually redoing it for you guys, all right? So, Virgos, with this reading, rest assured, is not going to resonate with each and every one of you out there. But for those for whom this reading is meant, I certainly hope it offers you invaluable information, all right? So, we're going to start off by just examining a few oracle cards here that I've shuffled up, all right? And then we'll just move right along into your reading, okay? I'm certainly seeing here, ladies and gentlemen, that, you know, particularly pulling this playfulness card here. When I usually see this card in romance reading, it's suggesting to me that perhaps a relationship has soured quite a bit here. And this card is indicating that in order to recapture what you once felt, or to recapture that passion, that fire that you once had for one another, you must allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Remember the reason why the two of you came together in the first place here. That's for those of you who are willing to work things out in a relationship here. All right? And the way to do it, ladies and gentlemen, is that perhaps you might even decide that you need a heart to heart conversation here. Because I feel that either you or the individual with whom you're dealing is masking your feelings here, I'm getting. So you probably, it seems that it would be more suitable that you really honestly discuss your feelings with each other here, and just really just say how you feel here, because I feel that if you don't do that, it certainly seems that a separation is certainly in fact imminent here, because I'm feeling there's a lot of jealousy, bickering, and conflict that's going on in your situation here. And I feel that you're going to separate. I feel that you're going to decide to relinquish one of these romantic situations in which you are in, because I feel that you guys are dealing with multiple people here. So it seems that it's decision time for you guys, all right? And I feel that, also divine timing is in fact at work in your love life here, all right? And I feel that what you want really wants you, but I think that you have to kind of get rid of the debris first in order to really get what you want here, ladies and gentlemen. And you can get what you want by just changing your perspective here that I'm getting with this card here. Because I feel that, just getting back to the separation here, I feel that what might be the culprit of the separation, or what might cause the demise here, is because you seems that your finances or lack thereof seem to be causing havoc in this situation, or perhaps your career here. I feel that some of you might even see yourself as putting in a bit more effort than your um, lover here. All right. So much so that it's really draining you here. All right. Because it takes two to really work on a romantic situation here. And while I do see a separation that might occur here, there's a chance that potentially you might can savor things here, but I just feel that it's just so much jealousy and bickering, and you're not going to resolve anything until you have a heart to heart type conversation here, and you're just going to have to rely on spirit. And ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have faith. You're going to have to trust that God knows what He is doing, because your situation certainly requires your faith here. All right. So let's go on and just get right on along into your gypsy reading to see what other information that we can glean, you know, not only from your romantic situation, but just to see what other things here that you might need to be cautious about, or just just see the general vibrations that are uh, materializing for you. Okay, so we have the gypsy cards here, so I'm just going to explain it a little bit for you guys. Okay, with these cards, there are only 25 cards to the deck. All right, there are four various interpretations that you can apply to each card, unlike tarot. Okay, and usually the first two positions tend to be the most positive, and as you descend to the third and fourth position, it gets a bit more negative. All right, so let's go on and just look at this first symbol that we have here. We have the snake, ladies and gentlemen. So with the snake, is all about uh, malicious behaviors, evil forces over which you have no control here. It's all about an attack here. And it falls, unfortunately, in the most negative position, the fourth position. So it's all, this card is all about, or symbol, it's all about bitter jealousy. So either you are feeling this way or another is kind of feeling this way towards you. Nevertheless, it still seems that you are involved in a very toxic situation, which might be the reason why this separation is going to occur here that I'm seeing here if you don't have this heart to heart conversation with this person here, because I'm feeling that someone is very suspicious of someone's faithfulness. All right. And just to add to that, you also have the mountain there, and that falls in the third position, and that's all about danger as well. So it shows that an important decision, as I've indicated once before, needs to be made. Okay, it needs to be made between multiple partners here. It seems that you can't move forward until you let some of this debris go, as I've indicated. Then you have the pig there. So with the pig, that's all about earthly pleasures, okay? And that falls in position one. So, despite, ladies and gentlemen, the fact that some of you may have started into this month or may have been having some financial problems or even perhaps work related problems, this certainly shows that this month you're going to shine here, okay? And things in your life in those areas, and particularly, they're going to go smoothly. So, it's really no need to really worry here. It's just that you have this snake here, just going back to that card. So it's always telling you to be cautious, okay? And we're going to pull a few letters to kind of help you determine the person who appear to be a snake or just acting very deceptive around you. And it could be multiple people too. So don't, underestimate it with just one person here, okay? Connected with your finances and or your career improving. You also have this bear energy here that falls in position one, which is also a very good position here. So with the bear, it's all about our work and the efforts that we put into it to attain the results that we seek. So this is certainly showing again that what you want really wants you, ladies and gentlemen. Again, divine timing is at play, and what you want is certainly well worth waiting for. Okay, but of course, this card has a little warning built into it. Okay, be vigilant. Be very cautious of things here. You know, and connected with this bear card, it usually associates itself with those things that tend to give us solace. Things that makes us happy, that tend to make us happy. All right. And then you have this anchor symbol as well here that's shown there. And that falls in position three. But with the anchor, this brings about either a hindrance or it could be stability, because that's all what we all want here. But again, because it's in position three, this shows unrealistic expectations that a lot of you may have of another. It shows a lot of doubts, that you're maybe even disillusioned. So It shows that many of you, perhaps, it seems that you may have reached a fork in the road in some aspect of your life. And I feel that is with this relationship, which is why this separation might be imminent, okay? So again, I can only further emphasize the fact that you'll need to make some type of decision, all right? Because I feel that it could even be a work situation as well here because you will be contemplating whether you've kind of made the right choice here. Perhaps for some of you, a lover has continued to, really disappoint you and somehow work against your better judgment, so much so that you are vacillating a great deal here. Okay? And it's time that you need to make an overdue decision, yet crucial one, you know? And whether there's a chance to continue on with the person with whom you're with or to branch off with someone new here. It seems like the cards may be indicating that it's time to move forward with something new here. Okay? It's time that you change your vantage point, ladies and gentlemen. Take a closer look at your situation and find an alternate way and resolving your problems here. Okay? Now let's look at this last card that shows here in your reading too. You have the scales there. All right? And with the scales here, is calling for you to try to maintain a bit more balance in your situation. This card is knowing it knows that you will be up against a very troubling situation, but you need to use common sense as well. Because again, many of you might even, like I said, might be dealing with multiple partners and again need to make a decision. And you really need to watch your tongue with this card here because I think the storm will pass, but you just have to watch how you are kind of dealing with your situation here. Okay? You also have the crayfish. So with the crayfish, that indicates that some of you even might want to, because you're so frustrated, I'm getting, you may want to move or you may want to just take some type of action that may work against you here, okay? Because it seems that the cards are kind of indicating that the time is not right to do so. It doesn't mean that you can't do it, but it's just not right to do it this month here, okay? So you really need to think things through very thoroughly, all right? And then you also have the fish. So that's connected with the improvement that I'm seeing that's coming about in your finances here. The fish entails success and fortune, ladies and gentlemen. And for some of you, you may even attain your success by working, doing something connected with water. Perhaps you may have a seafood business, a fish business, or you may even work on a cruise ship or something like that, where you could also make a good living here. Alternatively, for others of you who are involved in a more spiritual pursuit, could be even doing readings. It shows that you could also have success doing that as well here. I also feel too that with this last symbol, you have the house. So it's very clear to me that there's a strong possibility that some of you might even be trying or starting a new job or a new business endeavor. And I feel that things are going to go smoothly. I also see that you guys may be making or doing some type of repairs or whatnot to your home. I'm just seeing everything going smoothly here. It's just looks like it's more connected with your romantic situation where you really have to make a decision. And I'm seeing some type of separation that is likely to occur here. All right. Now, I'm going to just tell you a little bit about the person that I'm seeing here in your reading. I'm seeing a very heavier set type person. All right. I'm seeing a person who might even be a bodybuilder for some of you guys, a very strong, voluptuous type person. Okay. I'm also seeing a thin type person. I'm seeing someone with salt pepper hair that I'm kind of getting here. Someone that might even live near the harbor area or just near lives water or maybe works, you know, doing something connected with water, like the Bay Area or the harbor area in some sense that I'm kind of getting here, showing here in your reading here. But I just feel that this person wants a relationship. The person perhaps that with whom you're with, They seem to want a more open type relationship, and I don't think that's what you want here. So that's why it's causing a lot of problems and a lot of friction here. And maybe once again, ladies and gentlemen, I can't stress it enough. You need to have a heart to heart conversation because, again, when you usually first meet people, they don't always tell you the truth here. They don't. Okay? And so people can only act a certain way for a certain length of time here. So try not to start off situations that you won't be, with later. If you don't know that, if you know that you don't like doing certain things, or you just need to set boundaries up front here. All right. So let's get into these other oracle cards here that I have up here, and then we'll select some numbers. I mean, some letters to determine who the snake might be surrounding you here, and it might just be the one that you were about from whom you're about to separate. Okay. So, just further echoing what I've already stressed so far, these unicorns are kind of asking you that it's time that you really try something new here. Again, a lot of you have been bored, I feel. You're very bored. So it's time to try something new, even if it means a new relationship or just a new way of handling a situation that exists in your romantic situation, or it could potentially be in your work situation. Okay? And whatever it is, as I've already indicated in your gypsy reading here, whatever you want, it wants you. Okay? It's time that you realize that you can make a wish and expect the very best. Wish upon a star, ladies and gentlemen. And in moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, understand that there is no rush. Be patient with yourself. Stop beating yourself up so much, all right? And just take one step at a time, okay? Because lots of little steps certainly always make big dreams come true, all right? So now, as indicated and promised, I'm going to go on and just um, pull 20 letters from this bag of 200 letters to kind of help you identify this person around whom you might want to consider being a bit more vigilant, okay? So, Spirit, please guide my hands to the correct 20 letters for Virgo to help them determine who this person that seems to be very deceitful, very dishonest. They display a very Machiavellianistic type attitude to living. They seem to be a backstabber, a con artist that I'm picking up here in your reading. So let's see what these 20 letters are, and I'm going to help you identify. Okay. We have an R, an I, an N, another I, an N, an L, a D, an E, a W, an E, a D, a T, an E, 7 more letters. We have an S, 6 more. We have a G, an I, an H. We have an O, and 2 more. We have a W, and we have an X. All right, so I'm going to call them back to you. We have 2 W's. There are 2 E's. Okay, we have, let's see. Sorry, there are actually 3 E's. There are 2 N's, an X, 3 I's. Okay, there's an O, an S, a D, L, R, G, T, H, as well as a D here. So look at those letters, ladies and gentlemen, as they may actually spell out the person's entire name, or a nickname, or just something to help you identify who this snake might be. All right. So I'm going to go on and see here because you guys are, again, you're going through a very tumultuous type situation I'm feeling here, particularly this month in question here that we're up against here. So what I'm going to now ask the cards here, I'm going to just pull out another deck here to kind of ask the cards here. And I'm going to use these Moonology cards here to kind of see what actions can Virgo take to manifest the loving relationship that they really want here. So what are some actions that Virgo can take to manifest the relationship, to get over the hurdles that they've been kind of going through here? Okay, let's see what we have here. All right. Again, in keeping with what I've indicated to you, that you might want to consider watching your tongue here, you also might want to consider unleashing your kindest self. Try to be a bit more humble in your situation here. Listen to understand what someone is saying, because a lot of people tend to listen to respond here, and we always lose sight of what it is that the person is really, you know, kind of discussing. Be more attentive to what someone is saying. Understand another person's feelings. Maybe even consider putting yourself in another's shoes. All right? Again, when you're expecting the best of things that you wish for, you got to continue to keep focusing on the positive, ladies and gentlemen. If you're constantly having doubts and thinking negative things all the time, it's going to beget negativity. Remember the law of attraction, okay? It's time that you step up and lead. And it could be in various aspects of your life. It could be not only in your relationship, but as well as in your career aspirations here. It's time to, take center stage. It's time to set appropriate boundaries as you move forward here. All right? And it's time that you go for it, ladies and gentlemen, because I feel that it's probably more than likely someone new might appear into your life here, and it's time to just take a chance here. All right? But in the process, you have to still honor your true feelings here. You know, you have to still, ladies and gentlemen, have a heart to heart conversation with someone whenever it's needed. All right? And last but not least, with these cards, try to make some attempt of practicing more gratitude, along with, as I've indicated, that you might want to consider being a bit more humble in your situation, okay, as you move forward. All right? So, what I like to do now is just to take out another deck here, just to just give you a few more messages here from the goddess of love oracle. Okay, just to give you other things that you might want to consider moving forward. Okay, so Spirit, please give me some additional messages to share with Virgo as they move forward this month. What are some other things that they need to know? Okay. It's time that you rejoice in life here. Focus on you and come back to you. Celebrate yourself here. Love yourself a bit more here. Um, be calm and be quiet. Use your intuition to help you make the best decision that is very needed at this time. Okay? Be very gentle with yourself. Take care of yourself, ladies and gentlemen, and get the appropriate rest when needed. Okay? Understand that despite what you may be going through, Spirit is always walking hand in hand with you. Okay? You are, in fact, cherished here. You know? They understand what you've gone through, and they're there to help you and guide you every step of the way. And last but not least, with these cards, okay, it's time that you open your door to the divine here. It's time that you do that. Once again, it's time that you make a decision and move forward with trying something new here. Okay? So, in conclusion today, ladies and gentlemen, what I like to do is I like to leave you with a message from Spirit. I feel that it is a message that many of you need to hear. Okay, so I'm going to give you something to think about as you move forward here. Okay, so I'm going to go on and just get a postcard out here, and I'm going to read it just as it is written here. Okay, here's your postcard, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to read it as it is written. Okay, dearest you, over here there's no mystery for us to unravel, as we know how intimately connected we all are, how the web of creation works, and how spirit is in every aspect of life, from the invisible to the invisible. But it's impossible for humans to comprehend the complexities of how things actually work, because the most important threads in a tapestry don't make sense in the dimension you live in. That said, can you feel the importance of these currents of energy that brings events together in miraculous ways? You can't understand with your mind, but you can know with your heart and soul. Trust that even though you don't know the how, the what, or the why, we do. Surrender to the mystery and have faith that the unseen world is watching you with loving eyes as spirit weaves your life's mysteries in beautiful tapestry and glorious technicolor. Loving you so much as always. Okay? So, Virgos, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading has offered food for thought. Be sure to like and share and subscribe if you yet to subscribe. And if you like a more personal reading, please contact me at will.brown at watconsulting.net. Okay? Enjoy your day. Thanks a lot. I look forward to hearing your comments.